I'd already gotten started, and I'd just sitting there watching a thing with Howard Stern doing Mitch Hedberg's first interview with Howard Stern. He only had 2. I didn't know anything about Mitch Hedberg, but neighbor Heather loved him, and just the same with Bill Burr. I didn't pay attention to either of these guys. I had no exposure, and then the more I started hearing them, at first I didn't think that they were as great as she said they were, but then as time comes by, I find they are, or were, however you want to look at it. But so there's this Hedberg thing, and he's saying how his stories, his jokes just keep getting shorter and shorter, so he's not very good at long stories anymore. And then Howard says, hey, he says, I don't like a long story. He said, I like short stories. I don't like a long story. And he said, yeah. And I realized, yeah, I can understand that. You get involved with a long story, it gives you enough time to sit there and start wondering about what somebody just said, like say there are a certain amount of people from the U.S. military that were on this Oath Keepers list, and it's not very many. And I remember being in the Army how there was a thing while I was in the 82nd, they had a thing out for satanic group. Guys in the Army were being like Satanists. But it was just such a small amount. There was only 1 or 2 in our dorms. Rooms and roommates and places where these guys collected. They said they were satanic because they listened to things like Cannibal Corpse and shit like that, You don't have to be a Satanist to listen to Cannibal Corpse. All you got to be is drunk, and sometimes that doesn't even work. So what I'm saying is sometimes you're listening to a long story and you start drifting off, and next thing you're thinking about something else, you come back and you don't know what the fuck was going on. I brought you back. You just don't know what the fuck was going on, and you miss something, and it's like, geez, now you got to back it up again and listen again. It can take 10 minutes to listen to a 4-minute story. So, yeah, of course, you don't want a long story. However, part of the fun of that is if you don't have the option or the need to back it up and listen to it all again, what you go away with from that is knowing you don't remember what the hell happened. It's hypnotic in its own way. You get to be a part of the story as your mind drifts away and you consider something that's been said and whether you agree or how it applies to something else, and then you come back, and by the end of it all, you don't remember what the hell it was that happened. You only remember that you feel pretty good about it.